Chestnut wrapped some berries up in a torn piece of screen. She buried them under the porch so we wouldn't lose the seeds. 'Cause we all live downstream. We all live down.
Hello and welcome to the Packrafting Life, aka A Beginner's Guide to Packrafting. My name is Lizzie Scully and I'm your host. I own and operate Four Corners Guides and instructional guide service with my husband, Steve Fastbinder, aka Doom. We live at our base camp, Skullbinder Ranch, a 35-acre desert wonderland that borders Mesa Verde National Park and the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Park. Doom and I also authored the Bikeraft Guide, a history of wild adventure stories about and how-to guide for aspiring bike rafters. I started this podcast late in 2023 as a way to share stories and information and to offer guidance to folks getting into pack rafting, bike rafting, ski rafting, or any of the other activities that include these funny little inflatable boats. So today I'm here with Dean Parker again from New Zealand, and Dean is making a bunch of safety videos in conjunction with a few different organizations that we will talk about. So hi again, Dean. Welcome to the podcast. It's nice to have you back.
Yeah, cheers, Lizzie. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I want you to tell me about your background with safety and education, because I know it goes a long way back.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, as far as my history and safety and education goes, it's really come from just a place of training guides when I was a rafting kayaking operator, and subsequently from that I just got involved with the pack rafting community, and I came across a photo of a fella that drowned on a lake in the North Island, and it was the last photo of him before he set out and solo on a lake with white caps in the background. And when I saw that photo, it just sparked me. It was just a needless death, and I realized that if there was anything that I could do for sharing knowledge about safety and pack rafting, that my videography would be the tool to be able to do that. And that was kind of the pathway for me getting involved with Pack Rafting Association of New Zealand and the committee. I wasn't really keen on serving on the committee. I was keen on Pran supporting the safety video series, but they just kind of had a restructuring of personnel in the committee, and they needed someone. So I kind of got prodded and put my hand up at the same time, I guess. And I've been on the committee now for about 2.5 years.
And then we recruited you, what was it, like a year ago, to be on the Safety and Education Committee for the American Packrafting Association?
Yeah, so that's the next step in that pathway was, probably yourself welcoming me to join the Education and Safety Committee for American Packrafting Association. And it was really such an awesome opportunity for, pack rafting community way down here in the South Pacific to just network with a large organization, and just to share the knowledge of safety. And it was kind of I felt quite humbled to be in those first couple of meetings with the likes of Luke and Will and other people that what I would call at the top of the safety and pack rafting game. So it was awesome to be seen as a peer in those circles, I guess. And it's awesome to be able to come out of those meetings and to be able to bring some of that knowledge back to Prans and share that. And I think it's got to be beneficial for the safety of pack rafting globally.
Well, I think that's a really good segue, because the safety videos, it seems like that was planted in your brain a long time ago, but it really started to congeal in the last year with some more opportunities that arose from both prawns and the APA. Is that sort of accurate?
Yeah, as soon as I was on the ESC meetings, I just outed my passion for the concept of the safety and awareness series, targeted it at earlier, people early into their journey of pack rafting. So very basic skills, and it had a chord with the committee and with APA, and obviously someone had thought that might have been a good idea to create a series or some video content on safety. So I was a videographer that was offering to create that in exchange for some support, both a little bit of financial support and also just some wraparound support from the pack rafting community in America. So what we're looking at now, which is likely to turn into more like a global resource for the safety and pack rafting, with a directory and, some, links to Luke's book and other video resources. And I think it's a really awesome collaboration of pack rafting around the world.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the videos?
We embarked on a series of 10 videos. I kind of canvassed both brands and APA on what they thought would be the 10 topics of most value to the community. They're very basic topics, very short videos between 8 and 40 seconds. Some of them could be seen to be contentious because of the way that we've portrayed it as a risk or as a good practice. And I think I'm okay with that because the idea behind those videos was to start a conversation. I'm not suggesting that it's the Bible of the 101 of river safety. I just want people to start talking about what it's like when it's windy on a lake, or why you don't tie yourself to a pack raft in a swift moving river. And because some of those things are a little bit contentious, because some people think that it's okay, solo pack rafting, and some people think that it's completely a no-no. So let's have those conversations about where that spectrum is, because I think, especially in New Zealand, with the rise of pack rafting in the hiking, the fishing and hunting, people aren't going to carry a throw bag into the wilderness to float out a deer on a grade 1 river. So, there has to be a spectrum for pack rafting, and that has to be, but I just believe that that's a good way of looking at it, so that we can include all of the different types of users of pack rafters, because it's so wide and varied. That's why I get frustrated when we're comparing ourselves in pack rafting to the whitewater kayaking community, because the use of pack rafts, it's much bigger and varied than necessarily the genre of whitewater kayaking.
So what you're saying is, like, in some cases, these videos, you prefer having the discussion, so at least people are thinking about it. So whether they're going on class 1 for hunting, or they're doing a class 2 and they're new at it, like, you just want people to be thinking about what are all the different options, and then making educated decisions on which option they should choose, versus just, not having the information at all, and really maybe not thinking through exactly what they're doing and the adventure they're going on. Is that
Absolutely.
accurate? Okay.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know. And, one of the things that Pat from APA has done is pulled some statistics together on, fatalities in pack rafting. And by far and away, the largest contributors to pack rafting fatalities globally are open water and solo. And those are, things that are not even necessarily in the realm of safety in kayaking, because people just, I don't know. I think the statistics would say with whitewater kayaking that it's more likely to be in a difficult or challenging class 4-5 river than class 1 or open water. So there is some, differing, that's where the hazards and risks of pack rafting are different to kayaking. Little 4-kilogram boat and 10 knots of wind on a lake is a different scenario to a 20-kilogram plastic kayak in the same weather, So I was really focused on trying to make these messages to be specific to packrafting.
Hey, thanks so much for listening to the Packrafting Life podcast, aka A Beginner's Guide to Packrafting. If you want to download this podcast, we are finally on Apple as well as Spotify, and you can even find us in the NPR One app. There are also transcriptions of most of the episodes and show notes, links, and other information on our blog at fourcornersguides.com. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas for who you want us to talk with, feel free to reach out to me anytime at thepackraftinglife@gmail.com. All right, have a wonderful fall full of paddling and adventures, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
'Cause we all live downstream. We all live down